Audi dealer today and get behind the wheel of the Audi model you have always wanted. And we're going to start it off with Jake Allen, who's going to be at the left side of the ice for the New Jersey Devils. And
engaged.
Perreault, one of the big-time prospects for the Rangers. Parsonen drives it back into the corner for Perreault. Centering pass goes back up top. Perreault with a shot, save, rebound. Kicks just wide as that went off the stick of Naba. Centering pass and they score as Perreault, parked right out in front, gives the Rangers a quick 1-0 lead.
And it's on the tape of Perreault right in the slot. Here's the initial opportunity. I think that might have went wide or Allen got a little piece of it, but you see Casey Fitzgerald with a nice little move to the outside. He pinches from the right point and he feathers a pass. A lot of their top guys that will be on the power play during the season on, but I like the first.
Laguerre with a shot and a save by Quick, and a shot from the far circle. All the way on Quick, and he makes the save. Hard gets it back up top.
I like some of those first.
Score from the far boards. A heave by Halloran gets it back behind the net, beats Quick on the power play, and we're tied at 1.
What a rocket by Halloran. All of a sudden, time now for our $1 million replay brought to you by the New Jersey Lottery. Remember, anything can happen in Jersey, and it's good work by Angus Crookshank to poke that puck away to keep it alive as the Rangers attempted to clear, and then the puck swung over to.
Well, you know, he's pushing for a spot. He's going to feel that, you know, with each season goes by, he wants to really leave an impression.
Ritzik with a shot, shoulder save by Quick. Boy,
Devils tied it shortly a short time ago and almost take the lead in and around the puck.
Morrow gets it back, drives, cross ice pass, has played off the wall by Perreault. Devils are able to clear, and now we got a chance at a clean breakaway by Paul Cotter on the back end, sticked aside by Quick. Nice save by Jonathan Quick.
He's got some sweet mitts and just couldn't capitalize there.
Palat Downing with a shot, check save, and the rebound, scramble for possession in front, and finally the whistle. Bouncing puck, Sherry grabs it between the circles, finds Vakanainen, back down low, Perreault centering pass, and a good save by Allen as it goes back behind the net as Sherry had him dead to rights. Allen makes the save. Under 30 seconds to go in the period. Perreault heaves a shot that goes back behind the cage. Sherry comes back out with it. Back up top, Borgen with a blast, and it goes wide. A little flurry here with 10 seconds to go. Parsonen up the near boards, but it's grabbed by Laguerre. Can't get it out of the zone. Parsonen between the circles. Sherry, shot, saved by Allen.
There was good pace to it in the first 20 minutes, and a lot of these young players, I mean, maybe battling for 1 or 2 spots, so everybody trying to make an impression. I thought it was pretty good hockey. I thought the veteran netminders made some really nice saves.
Cut up by Borgen, tried to drop it off to Rempe, but the Devils able to slap it back out to the blue line, and it trickles back out center. Rempe drives towards the net, gets it on his backhand, but it slides back away, and when it gets on net, steered aside, but then the rebound, they score. And the Rangers, just persistence in front of the net, were able to get in front, get a puck on the net, and get the goal to take the 2-1 lead.
Dylan Roobroeck. Rempe with a quick few steps here, gets in behind, can't quite get that shot off. He kind of fanned on it, but he had a step on White, and then Roobroeck, nobody picks him up, and he.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, Don. And
Quick loses the puck, but couldn't get a shot with Cotter. Glendening then gets a shot as it's knocked down by Vakanainen, and the Rangers able to clear.
Paul Cotter looks like he's going to have an opportunity to tie this game up and have half the net to shoot at, but a couple of players are anyway, and you got to have guys that can step right in. That's what depth is, guys that are in the farm team that can get the job done when needed.
Well, especially this season, we got the All-Star break and the Olympic break. It's a condensed schedule.
Here comes Connor Sherry, all alone, breakaway, scores, top shelf. And the Rangers take a 3-1 lead.
Sherry makes no mistake right here where Devils can't gain control of that puck. And it's bouncing around, bobbling. Cody Glass couldn't get a handle on it. And they're able to poke that puck Up to Sherry. He's in all alone. And look at that. In stride. You know, he certainly wants to impress here in his Rangers debut. And awkward maybe playing against his former team here, Bryce, with so many familiar faces.
Morrow drives between the circles, flicks a shot and scores. And now it's 4-1 Blue Shirts.
Dano, you talked about it. The Rangers in the second period have been just more aggressive, forcing turnovers and then capitalizing on those chances.
Coming over from Carolina, you see the Rangers getting to the puck just a little bit quicker, that loose puck. Now this one hits somebody in front. I think the Devils D-man. Yeah, I think it hit him right in the backside there.
What do they get from players when you're down, you're trailing?
Edwards turns it over. Radish gets it back down low as he was looking for Dowling. And a save by Dawes, and it's cleared back down. Grzelcyk catches up with it in the corner. Leaves it back to the near circle, but it's over skated by Cotter. And now here come the Rangers. Othman on his horse, brings it into the zone, stops at the near boards. Settles it down, centering pass knocked off by Cotter. And the Rangers have to go back as the Devils have numbers. Grzelcyk near circle, drops it back off for Cotter. Backhand, score! Devils trying to climb back in. It's 4-2.
Set up Cotter initially prior to this rush. Cotter couldn't quite find the handle, but they get skating, and nifty little pass threads the needle of Paul Cotter. Nice finish in front as Cotter corrals a rolling puck in the backhand's able to.
That Quick was able to get a stick on, so all in all, that's a great shift there for that line.
And a good forecheck right after the goal. Rangers able to break it and bring it into the Devils zone. As we approach 3 minutes to go in the second period, Vakanainen heaves a shot, knocked down in front, rebound, score! Right on top of it is Brodzinski, and now it's back to a 3-goal lead again. It's 5-2.
As they say, gets right to the rebound right there, comes from behind the net. And a real good quick release. There's the shot. It's blocked in front, and a fortuitous bounce right to Brodzinski. Initiated this, maybe trying to spark his young Devils team, and he wrestles a Ranger to the ice. Aspinall, exactly. I wasn't sure who that was.
And then a minute and 1 second later, the goal by Brodzinski, and now the fight, which is interesting because lining up for the face-off, Kenny.
Why I'm focused on that is how important the Devils need a 4th seed that can take some of the workload away from Nico Hischier, who had about 1,700 face-offs last year, right? So, you know, look, I know Glendening is getting up there in age, but
help you make the team. It's all camp.
Bortolo couldn't keep it in, so now we've got another clean breakaway, and bleed is stopped by the glove of Dawes.
There he goes.
These two fought last preseason, so renewing the rivalry. Couple of lefts for Mackey, and he's able to get Laguerre down to both knees, and that'll do it. So both teams banging their sticks on the boards for the effort, but the decision looks like it might have gone to Mackey.
In the third period, Mackey and Laguerre dropped the mitts. Not a whole lot of punches thrown, and eventually Mackey maybe gets a little better of it at the end that you mentioned, Don, but he might have sore knuckles. I think a few didn't hit square, but more on the top of the helmet, which
they want to show Mike Sullivan, hey, I'm an individual player. We've got a lead. I'm going to make the right plays to protect. And I'm going to get the puck in deep. I'm going to chip it out. So
low, and it's stick to side, goes to the near boards, but held in by Glass. Glass to the dot, drops it back off to Grzelcyk. Straight ahead, Kalowski back out to the far boards. Gets it back down low to Glass. He tries to stuff it in the near side, and a save to the blue line. Chalowski creeps up between the circles, sends it out to the far boards, and it's knocked off a skate, goes back to Grzelcyk straight away. Chalowski, Grzelcyk scores! Grzelcyk scores here late in the third period on the power play, on the 5-on-3. So it makes it 5-3, and of course the Devils still have the major for the rest of regulation.
Oh, that's the shot, Dano.
And finally he finds the back of the net, Arseny Grzelcyk. And Don, you've mentioned it a few times, the release. And we've heard about it, but he shows it there, goes top shelf, right over the glove. He wires that one. And that's a good sign, and certainly has to make him.
Holleran back out to Chalowski. Grzelcyk in his house near circle. Centering pass goes out the counter. Rebound deflected wide by Glass. 3 seconds to go, cleared down, and the Rangers hold on. And the Devils will take the 5-3 loss in the opener here in the preseason.